Hello, what's up? I'm Harshad and welcome to another very short video. Let us try to see what computer ethics mean. This is the last but one chapter. This is the last but one topic of the chapter business ethics. Now, computer ethics, as the word suggests, is extremely easy concept. Ethics that you are supposed to follow while using a computer or related facilities. Now, a computer is obvious what the device means. Related facilities include something like an internet, something like a printer. So, computer ethics are some ethical practices you follow while using the computer, while using the printer, or while using the internet or Wi Fi. Now, this is something which is applicable most of the times in the office. Remember, everything we are seeing in business communication is applicable to your use or to your behavior, your attitude in the office place. So, when we are looking at computer ethics, that is also applicable to the use of computers or related facilities in the office. The way you use your personal laptop, PC, your personal computer, Wi-Fi at home, it is not related to all those home usage really. So, what does computer ethics include? Something as simple as, it may sound logical, but it needs to be said, something as simple as using the computer and the related facilities only for their intended purpose. If you're doing that, then that is your ethical behavior, which means if you're using your computer provided by the office only for doing the office work, if you're using the Wi-Fi only to connect your computer to it, if you're using printer only to print something that you have to give in the office, using these facilities only for their intended official purpose means you're being ethical. Not doing that means you're being unethical. Imagine you connect your phone to office Wi Fi, which is fine, but you connect your phone to office Wi Fi and you download one movie every day. That is unethical. Of course, downloading one movie, maybe 1 GB of data every day, it doesn't make big difference to your office. But it just shows lack of ethics on your part. Or using the office printer to print your personal stuff, to print your child's projects there and take them home, that shows unethical behavior. Using your computer and using the Wi-Fi to browse through Facebook in your free time. Now, even if you are free, even if you don't have any other work, you're using the device for something that is your personal work. For you're not using the device for its intended purpose. That shows lack of ethics. So, going on YouTube, watching the videos, downloading movies, browsing Facebook, using Instagram, or doing any of these things basically show lack of computer ethics. It's as simple as that, really. If you're using your office computer to send application and resume to other companies because you're planning to shift the job, extreme lack of ethics. So these are the simple practices which show the lack of computer ethics. It's as simple as that. Now, a lot of offices have a shared use of computers and printers. It may happen a lot of times that a person who has used a computer before you, he has logged in with his email ID into the Gmail account. It is possible when you try to access the computer, it is his Gmail account that you accidentally open. Now, the ethical behavior here would be to log out of the account and then log in with your email ID again. Not doing that, showing even the mildest curiosity into his emails, that shows lack of computer ethics. Or sometimes it may happen that the printer is stuck, the paper is stuck, the printer is jammed, there is a problem with the signal. It is possible that the previous person had given a print command, but he never got the print, and now you are turning on the printer. Maybe it's the next morning, you're the first person turning on the printer and you receive all the previous papers. Ethical behavior in this part will be to just collect those papers and put them together somewhere near the printer where the person can easily access them. Showing curiosity here, going through that person's papers, again it shows lack of ethics. Throwing the papers in the dustbin shows the lack of ethics. So, computer ethics is just simple. These are the points that we have considered. Let us look at them one by one. Computer ethics involves using the computer and related gadgets responsibly and only for their intended use. So, carrying your office laptop home, that shows lack of computer ethics. Or the second point, not printing your personal projects on the printer. That is extremely important. That shows ethics. Not using YouTube and other things. That shows ethics. Not using your co-workers' personal computers at the office. That shows ethics. Not looking into co-workers' emails, Using office email ID strictly for the office purpose, very important. You cannot give your office email ID for online shopping, for buying movie tickets, for buying flight tickets. If you're doing that, that shows lack of ethics. Not using personal pen drive on the office computers, it's extremely important. Nobody seems to be following this in India, but it's very, very important. Some offices have a strict policy against using your personal gadgets on the office computer, but if you're doing that, then that shows lack of ethics. You have to always make sure that you are taking extra precautions to use the office gadgets to protect your own privacy and the privacy of your coworkers. If you're not doing that, then you are not being very ethical. So that was the point number 8, very, very, very important point. So that's all we had here. This was a very short explanation for our subtopic called computer ethics. In the next video, we will see another very short subtopic called corporate social responsibility. Till then, bye bye.